Oh man. Did we enjoy those two games today? Did we just have a ball with this? Did we just watch a frigid game and we had a dome game? And boy, these outcomes were what I predicted. The winners. I said Cleveland wasn't going to make it, and I said Miami wasn't going to make it. But what I didn't say was I didn't think they were going to be a shellacking the way they were. I mean, shellacking. But it's all good. It's all good. Guess who's here? It's Damon, your boy, with the DK and Tree podcast. And as always, I got my ride and my die with me, and that's my man TJ. Because
Yes, sir.
again, we said we was gonna come on and we was gonna talk about the tomfoolery that we saw with
Mhm.
these games today, because it was definitely some tomfoolery. Because I'm
And
gonna just say this right off the break: if you
look,
blink, Flacco threw a pick six.
ah,
If you blinked, Flacco threw a pick six.
ah,
He threw one. He threw two pick sixes.
man, it was getting
Oh,
pretty bad out there.
listen, I am here. I am here. I see you, Twitter. I see y'all tuned in. Hey, you can comment. We are here to talk about these two games. Listen, if y'all out there listening, I'm just saying, I didn't expect the Texans to whip Cleveland the way they did. Remember, they
Yeah,
had the number one defense, or like close to a number one defense, or top five
top five,
defense. Let's just
top
say that.
five. Yeah,
Top five defense. And they just got a beat down put on them. A beat down. Oh man. Where was
and
Miles Garrett? Where was the defense? What was they doing?
uh,
Uh,
um,
Here we go. Here we go. It's already starting.
it's
It's already
fine. It's
starting.
it's it's fine. We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Oh yeah.
Um, but they attacked Miles Garrett, and they kept it very simple. They
They sure
started
did.
off. They started off early, and what I noticed was the first three drives were practically all the same. If there was a passing play, there was some sort of double team or a quick pass to make sure that Miles Garrett wasn't in CJ Stroud's face, which played in their favor because if you get a rhythm going and the longer that Miles Garrett is on the field, the more he gets a little gassed. I know nobody wants to make that assumption when it comes to him, but especially the last couple weeks, if you watch the Cleveland Browns play on defense, if Miles Garrett is on the field longer than let's say in terms of time and from a time standpoint longer than 25 minutes altogether, he's gassed.
Mm-hmm.
He's gassed. And so what Houston did was that they picked up on that. So it wasn't so much of your typical, oh, we're gonna have a running back chip in and stop him from getting after him. No, it was a whole lot of look, we're gonna have a tight end to help out, but other than that, hey, CJ, get the ball out here. CJ, get the ball out there. Okay. By the time even if Garrett does get close to you, the ball's already out. So it was a lot of quick passing. There was a lot of methodical um, uh, game planning that Houston did from the start of the game, and because
Oh
they did it
yeah.
from the start of the game, it was just like second nature. How they were just gonna, hey, we're just gonna move down the field. We're gonna score. We're gonna score again and again and again
And
and
again. And
again.
again. And again.
um, you know what I mean? But they that was their focal point. They needed to take Miles Garrett out the game early with their quick passing game, and they did that very, very well. And I mean, yet again, man, those Houston Texans, boy, I tell you, we you know
I
what? Hey,
I
hey,
I called it. I
we
called
called
it.
it, man,
I called it. I
from the
said,
beginning of the
listen.
year.
Yep. And and
So,
and they got another week to prove it. So
mhm,
with the cancellation, well, the postponement of the Buffalo Bills and Pittsburgh Steelers game,
yep,
hey, listen. It's all good. because
Right.
it's the thing. If Buffalo wins, we see Houston. If the Steelers win, we see the Steelers.
Oh my
So
goodness. Yeah.
here's the thing. I want Houston to come. I want Houston to come.
Yeah.
I I don't
It would be
back
more
down
entertaining
from
if it's
no
Houston.
smoke.
It would
Huh?
be more entertaining if it's Houston.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want Houston to come because of the simple fact that hey, they are balling out with CJ Stroud, but hey, I don't think now that we did play them at the beginning of the year. I know it probably will be a different ball game
Oh, it will
because
be.
now
It will
there'd
be.
be definitely be a different ball game, but we getting Andrews back. That's a game
Mm,
changer. That's a game changer.
mm,
Now we
yeah.
got Dalvin Cook. That's a game changer.
Right. Better not
So
lose.
we done stepped up. So
Better not
it's
lose.
hey, listen. Yeah, we lose.
Y'all better
I gotta
not
eat all
lose. Y'all
I
better
gotta
not
eat all
lose.
that crow. I
Better
gotta
not
eat all that
lose.
crow if we lose.
Can't.
I gotta eat crow. I have to eat crow if we lose.
Hey, look, man. Look, man. I don't even want to know what crow is like. I'm glad I don't get to find that out. I'm gonna let you deal with that on your own endeavor. But Baltimore in either game, you can't lose. You have the best roster in the league, and it's not even close.
Yeah,
With the addition
I
of
agree.
Dalvin Cook, so say y'all do get Houston, I do think it will be a much closer game. I do think that y'all still will pull it out. I just think that the defense is what's going to be the unsung heroes because
Oh yeah,
Houston's
absolutely.
defense showed you today that they will come after you and they will come after you in bunches and they do not care how it transpires. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Will Anderson was I couldn't I can count on two hands how many times I saw Will Anderson in the backfield. Um and it was bad for Cleveland today. So
Yes.
Will Anderson, the secondary is playing pretty nice as it was shown today. Um, you know, it will be a lot closer game than it was in week one. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
absolutely
I'll
it
tell
will
you
be.
that. It
It
better
it,
be.
it absolutely would be. But again, no one right now can game for Ravens offense. No
No.
one. Because Todd Monken is scheming so much things up. I'm like, man, boy, he's just really scheming some stuff up. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We
Yeah.
will see. But again, if you blink, Flacco threw a pick six.
Man. Oh my.
But back to back pick sixes.
You
the
know what,
Flack,
man?
hey,
They
the
ran out of
Flacco
gas.
Sans, the Flacco Sans is over.
It's over, man. He had
It's
his
over.
swan song, y'all. I'm
The,
sorry.
the
I'm
Flacco
sorry.
Sans is over.
Look, man, it was good while it lasted, but it's like with Flacco today, it was like you can just tell after Houston scored on that second drive, on their second touchdown drive, you could tell that it was like the writing was on the wall. Every single
Oh,
play on offense from Cleveland was just like struggling for yardage. It was like pulling teeth.
yeah. D, you are absolutely right. He is balling out of his mind. Rookie
Yeah.
of the year. Hands down, he's rookie of the year. Hands down. What he
Yeah.
has done to come in there as a rookie quarterback and get them to the divisional round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
The Browns fans wanted Flacco to chant his name. Hey, you know what they need? They need some brown bags right now. Every last brown need some brown
Hey
bags.
man. Hey, look though. This is underlying a bigger story for me though. Cause
Go ahead.
what Cleveland showed me was they have a huge problem next year
Mm-hmm.
because this is yet another season where Deshaun Watson is either coming off a layoff or coming off an injury, coming back to
Right.
the team. Then you have Joe doing what he did. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we joked about the whole pressure thing with Deshaun, but it don't get more. You don't add more pressure than what Joe Flacco did. I think that's all Joe Flacco did this year was add more pressure for Deshaun next year
Oh yeah,
because
he sure did.
Joe Flacco basically got off the couch and said, "Look, man, this offense is not that hard. Um,
I'm gonna show you what to do.
yeah, and I mean, I'm not athletically gifted as you. I don't have the arm that you do. I can't move like you. I can't do half of these things. But I'll figure out a way to make sure we get some points on the board. And since Joe Flacco has been a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns this season, they've done nothing but put points on the board.
Yep.
So, so you beg the question, okay, what like this is a year for Deshaun, speaking about next year, where it's like, all right, man, we paid you the money, guaranteed. The first
You
year,
bet. You
cool.
bet. We want production for our money. Plain and
Yes.
simple.
Give me
We
a
want
return. Give
production
me an
for our
ROI.
money.
Give me an
Yeah, give me my
ROI right
return.
now.
Absolutely.
Give me an ROI right now. So with Deshaun, it's like, okay, you know, we gave you the first year. First year was a redshirt year because you had your allegations going on. The second year, you played a little bit, and then you got nicked up, so you was out 3 games, and then you came back in and you played, and then you was out the rest of the year.
Right.
This year, this upcoming season, next season I'm talking about. Look, man, we get Nick Chubb back. We get our linemen back. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get some draft picks on this roster. We're probably gonna make some moves. Maybe trade a Amari Cooper or keep an Amari Cooper. If we know Cleveland, we know Cleveland to do some very stupid things.
Yeah.
Trading
The
Amari
most
Cooper.
Cleveland's thing we ever seen, right?
Yes, yes. The most Cleveland thing to transpire is for them to trade Amari Cooper, even though yet again he finds a way to have 1,000 yards. Don't ask me how. That's just what Amari Cooper does. Okay.
Yep.
So, like I said, all Joe Flacco did was raise the eyebrow of, all right, Deshaun, your turn. That was
Right.
it. That was it.
Yep. Like,
And
hey, I can do
and
it. You can do it too.
yeah, you
I
should
can
be
do
able
it.
to.
You can do it too.
It's
So,
it's an expectation now. It's an expectation now. So, you get Nick Chubb back. So at this point, at this time next year, the front office should have the conversation of, look, man, it's not like we didn't put best case scenario in front of you. We definitely
right.
did. We definitely did. Defense is better than it's ever have been. Offensive line is still top 10. You have a running game that's still effective. I think he's gonna get coach of the year when it's all said and done. But it's okay if somebody else gets it. And Kevin Stefanski running the offense. Okay, we have no more excuses, man. So if
Nope.
you
Sure
drop the
don't.
ball yet again, and we're not able to get into the playoffs, even though Joe Flacco led us to the playoffs the year before,
Yep.
it's like, all right, man, where do we go from here?
Oh, I like this comment right here. Man, shout out to Sean White. Man, he openly robbed the Browns of $250 million and didn't work for it. A $250 million workers' comp claim.
Man, it's bad, man. So Joe Flacco ruined that. Joe Flacco ruined that, man. But hell of a year though. Hell of a year. I
Oh
I was
yeah,
pretty. I don't know about you, but I thought for sure when Nick Chubb went down back in week 2 or week 3,
it
I
was
believe it
over.
was. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. That's the heart and soul of the offense. That's the heart and soul of the team. Like, it don't get no better than Nick Chubb. He's top 5, arguably top 3 running back in the league. You
Yeah,
missed out on him.
absolutely,
And I thought it was
absolutely.
it. I thought it was it. Then you had injury after injury on defense. Then you had Deshaun Watson. And you had all these different moving pieces. Yet you still finished the year 11-6? Really? It
Right.
makes no sense, man. So yeah, you can say what you want about them getting blown out today, and The beatdown was bad. Let's not take that away.
Oh, the beatdown was
It was
bad.
bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. But again, in terms of all the different obstacles that could have affected them from getting to the playoffs, it didn't bother them one bit. And that within itself, that's a round of applause for me. Round of applause for me. That's a W season for me.
I got you. But I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Now the game was going beginning of the game, back and forth. I was like, okay, we're gonna have a good game.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, and I didn't say this, and I should have, because I should have gave him the Josh Allen rule. If he throws an interception, the game's gonna be over.
Yeah. Now that's justifiable. That's justifiable. Yeah.
And he threw an interception, and I'm sorry, he threw pick six, and that game turned drastically. I was like, it was bad. It was bad. And then you could see the look in his face like, damn. And then you see Deshaun Watson standing on the sideline like, I should be out there.
Yeah, right.
You hurt, brother.
Whatever.
How can you be out there?
Right. Whatever, man. I don't want to hear that type of talk with Deshaun Watson until I see it on the field. That's where I'm at right now. I don't want to hear a word.
$250 million workers' comp claim. But like I said, you have to praise C.J. Stroud. Now, something that I gave the head coach for, when they ran up that score, what did he do? He took him out the game.
Mm-hmm.
Took him out the game. Hey, this game is already decided. We can just manage the clock, get this out of here. That game was over. Took CJ, left him on it. And CJ wasn't complaining. He said, hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Took him out the game. And that's what he was supposed to do. You know, not saying that the Chiefs should have took Mahomes out the game, dude. That game was decided. And you left my homeboy in the game up there and that negative 30-degree weather.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He probably has been here before. He just reincarnated talking about CJ Stroud. He probably reincarnated.
Hey, man, I've been saying it all year, but I gotta say it again, man. The Houston Texans for this season just doesn't make sense. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach,
it's
rookie offensive coordinator. I mean, do you know anybody else besides CJ Stroud on that team? No. Like, you have to be a diehard football fan to know some of the players on that team. And even still, to go from one of the worst records in the NFL last year to not only winning games, but you win a division.
Right.
Not only do you win a division, but now you win a playoff game.
And going to the divisional round.
Man, look, it was already a W season before you even got to the playoffs, before even today started. But now you won it? Now y'all just overachieving. This is overachieving right now. It doesn't even matter what happens next week. That's how great of a year it's been.
Coach used to play with the Texans.
He did. He did. So he knows. He knows. Yep. He knows how important this is. It's just the fact that they've gotten it right so fast.
Yes.
So fast.
And that's scary. That is scary. Because they probably one or two pieces away of winning it all. You know what I'm saying? They're a scary team. It's just like Detroit over in the NFC is a scary team over there. Houston is the scary team over here.
Yes.
Houston is. Yes. Houston is the scary team.
Because it's a bunch of babies. It's a bunch of babies. You have Robert Woods as a veteran. You have Devin Singletary, which you can count as a veteran, even though this is like year 6 for him in the league. Right. But, like, outside of that, these are a bunch of babies. This is Green Bay Packers, but in the AFC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Divisional round? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Divisional round, man.
Come on.
Can you imagine if they make it to the AFC Championship game? Would that be crazy? Would that be crazy?
It would.
Listen, it can happen.
It would. It would.
It would be crazy.
It would
Yeah,
be. It would be crazy.
and we are still the big bag in the AFC. Everybody's talking about. See, this is what everybody's come talk to me. Oh, y'all know what happened last time y'all was number one seed. Y'all got bumped off. I said, okay. I said, yeah, absolutely right. We did. But guess what? I said, what does Lamar have now that he didn't have in 2019? I said, weapons. That's the first thing. Weapons on the offense. He has weapons.
Yeah.
You got Dalvin Cook down back there, a formidable weapon. You're getting Mark Andrews back. Zay Flowers is a threat. Bateman has stepped up his game. Aguilar has stepped up his game. I say he has weapons. Also, here's another thing he has: a much better defense than what he did in 2019. A much better defense. I said, so you can argue all these points of, yeah, we went down in that divisional round, but guess what? Lamar didn't have what he has now.
Yeah.
And he has it. Oh, yeah, I forgot Likely too. And Likely balled out in Andrew's absence. So balled out in his absence. So here's my thing. I am ready for whoever we play. If it's Houston, it's fine. If it's the Steelers, it's fine. I don't care who we play. I don't care who we play. It's going to be a different outcome if we play the Steelers. It's going to be a different outcome.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a much different outcome. A much different outcome. So.
I don't even think that's going to be a conversation. No. I don't even think. No.
Absolutely.
If Pittsburgh's in there, you can just pencil them in right now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You can. You might as well just pencil them in. Like, Steelers are one mistake away. It don't even necessarily have to be an interception. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fumble. For them, they're just one mistake away in general. It could be a holding call that sets them back 10 yards after they had momentum on a drive. It could be a big incompletion that has them go 3 and out. It could be a big play that they gave up on defense. Like, that's how fragile the Steelers are. They just need the only thing that gets in their way is them. And I know that's a cliche term, but for them, it's literally y'all have to be spot on every single second of this game to win. And if y'all slip up at any point in time, y'all are out. That's the end of the story.
Done.
So yeah, if Steelers ends up if there's a rematch again, I don't even think we're even having a conversation. I actually think that would be a blowout. I don't care how many times. Yeah,
It's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, it's not even a conversation, honestly. So let's hope it's not Steelers, please. Buffalo.
Right, Buffalo.
Man.
But see, here's the thing. If Buffalo wins, Kansas City goes to Buffalo. Right? And Houston comes to us. For some reason, I'm just saying that it looks like it may be Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know, but remember, Mahomes has never had to travel with those Super Bowl wins. He never had to travel. Everything was up in Arrowhead.
You're right.
So we'll see.
And
we will see.
Let's go to.
Oh yeah, and see Kelsey. You know she ready for this. She ready
because Kansas City, man. I hate to say it, but
you can't count them out. You can't count them out.
You can't play with Kansas City no more. This is the playoff time. This is the team that out of everybody that's in the tournament has the most experience. They know exactly what kind of moment this is. They know how important these games are. They've been here before. They've been here before. So with Kansas City, what also helped was, being used to the environment. Because I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't have had a problem with postponing the game given how cold it was over there.
Man,
You know,
did you see this? Did you see the screenshots I sent you? Them
yes,
fans was there at 5:30 in the morning in
sickos,
negative weather. The tailgate.
sickos, sickos, sickos. They're crazy. No,
I
not me.
said, wait,
Sorry.
what? It's gonna be negative what? Nah. And then
Nah.
I was on the phone with my cousin, right? Up there,
Yep.
and they're happy up there right now in Kansas City. And
Right.
she said, I had a ticket to the game. I should have went.
You okay?
Nope,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. But hey, the biggest thing hit breaking news, The biggest thing, Taylor Swift was in the building. Taylor Swift
Ah.
was in the building.
Hey, just to put into perspective of how funny that is, I was watching the game and my best friend was telling me, he was like, I want the Chiefs to lose. And I was like, why? He said, man, I can't stand Kansas City. Can't stand Kansas City. It would be so funny if they lose and all we talk about is, Taylor Swift costed them everything just by her being involved. And it was like, that is so sinister, man. But now I think about it, that would be entertaining television. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. And I thought for a split second, when Tyreek Hill had that touchdown, I was like, oh, okay, all right now, all righty. And then Kansas City was just like, all right, no, we not about to play these games no more. We're gonna score, and we're gonna score, and we're gonna score
And we're
again.
going to score. Right.
Yeah.
Even though we
So
couldn't get in the end zone all the time, we're going to get 3. All right, we're going to get
that's the
7 here.
problem,
We're going to
man.
get 3 more here. Oh, yeah, it's a holding call. Oh, I got roughing the passer. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just like when I text you, I said, oh, so that's not pass interference?
yeah,
Uh,
man. That's the only thing
mm,
that's missing right now. They're not. They're having drives, right? But they're not capitalizing. That's the only
no,
thing they're missing. And I'm telling you right now, that is scary. For me, personally, it is scary. For everybody else, that the only concern that you have with Kansas City right now is that they don't put touchdowns on the board.
that's it. But wait, did you notice something?
What's
Kansas
that?
City scored over 21 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, they've been struggling just to get 20.
That's right. That's right. And,
They've been
it's been a
struggling to get
defensive
points.
led team. It's been a defensive led team this year. All year long, it's
Mm-hmm.
been led by this defense, which, by the way, showed why they are
The
top
champs.
5. Let's not play with Kansas City's defense. We've been joking for years about, Mahomes always carrying the defense. Defense can't stop a cold. Nah, man, not this year. It is the other way around. The other way around. And it's bad.
Kelsey, we're not saying that the Chiefs didn't score a touchdown. What we're saying is that they need to capitalize more when they have taken the ball back, interceptions or whatever. You
Yeah,
need
short
touchdowns
fields,
versus
man.
field goals. That's
Short
what we're
fields,
saying.
man. Short fields, man. Because
Yeah.
that's what they're missing. If they find a way to, when they get inside the 5, that it ends in a touchdown every time, like it used to be, man, I hate to break it to y'all. Now we got a problem.
Yep.
Because beforehand, that was the biggest issue. Oh, they're just not putting points on the board. Oh, they're having drops. Well, now tonight showed, yeah, there may be some drops still, but I would be dropping the ball too if it was feeling like it was negative 25,000 degrees. But that's
Listen,
neither here nor
listen.
there.
That was too cold. But yeah, he
Okay,
probably did keep some of the enemy's playbook. I would have too.
okay. So
Let's see.
you had the drops, you had the whatever. If you're telling me that even with all that, you still come out with 27 points,
Right.
which
That's it.
means which means it could have been worse if you just score inside the 5 on half of those drives.
Let
That's what
let's
scares me.
Here's the
That's
thing.
what
That
scares
game
me.
should have probably been close to 40 points.
Absolutely.
Should have been close
Absolutely.
to 40 points. Should
And
have been
that's what
close
I'm
to 40
saying.
points.
That's what I'm saying. And they're going to need, in order for them to find themselves back in the AFC Championship game, they would need to start tallying those drives up in touchdowns. Because the days of getting away with getting a 3 and then waking up and having 21 points unanswered, those days are over. You
Over.
don't have that anymore. Sorry, you
Nope.
don't. So you need to put points on the board when you can get them. And the thing with Kansas City again is when you're going against a team like Baltimore or Houston, even teams that have no problem putting up points themselves, and there's only but so
Yep.
much that your defense can do. You need to do your part as an offense when you get inside the 5, when you get inside the red zone, and you score.
And score points. And that's the problem Baltimore had, is we was getting down there and not getting in the end zone. And threes just ain't gonna cut it. No, we got to get in the end zone.
Yeah,
And
got you, man.
we like I said, it's either Houston or Pittsburgh. One of them two coming to Baltimore.
Boy,
We just two games from the Super Bowl. I know, right? 2 games from the Super Bowl. I know. All the balloons went up. We 2 games. That's
man.
it. 2 games. And that's all we need. But again, I mean, I brave all those guys that toughed out that weather today. If I was a player, I'd be like, man. And then some of them out there, they don't have no sleeves. I'm like, really, dude?
Sickos, man. Just nasty.
Dude.
It was nasty, dog.
Even Tyreek Hill.
Man.
Even Tyreek Hill. No sleeves. Right? But you saw him in the earlier clip. He was like, give me a coat. Give me a coat. Give me a coat. Yeah, it's cold out there.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Listen.
You can it's okay to recognize that it's cold. You do not need to be macho,
I ain't got nothing
man,
to prove.
every time.
I ain't got nothing to prove. Give me all my Under Armour. Give me all my Under Armour. I ain't got nothing to prove. Give me all my Under Armour. I'm good. I am good.
Oh my God. I need it.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah. That's definitely y'all weather. Man.
Yeah. That's y'all.
Man.
Nasty.
That's ridiculous.
Nasty, man. Can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah. That's
look,
ridiculous.
I'm not asking for a lot. NFL. But tomorrow, can we get some close games, please? Please. Please. Because, look, today was cool. Because the right teams won. It was cool because the right teams won. I will say that. It was fine. But, it was Houston and Cleveland was fun until it wasn't.
In the beginning. Until you blinked and Flacco threw a pick 6.
Oh, my God, man.
Then you blinked again. He threw another pick 6.
Like, nah, man. You can't have that. So
yeah, 2 blowouts.
NFL, please. I don't ask for much, man. I'm not asking for my Eagles to win on Monday. I could care less. Honestly, I would rather have us lose so that we can get rid of Sirianni. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Maybe we can figure out what we want to do. Yeah. We're gonna add that hashtag in there one of these days, but it won't be today. It's fine. But I really want a close game. Give me Rams. Give me Rams Lions close game. I know Dallas is at home, but if we can somehow have Jordan Love turn into Aaron Rodgers at AT&T Stadium, I am all for it. Please.
I think it's going to happen.
Please.
I think it's going to happen.
Oh,
I think it's going to happen.
That would be a shocker.
And I called the upset. With that game.
Yeah.
Just like with the Texans. I called it. I said Texans going to beat them. Now, if you watch everybody, all the sports analysts, they all went with Cleveland. Every last one of them went with Cleveland. Yeah. No one picked Texas. No one picked them. I said,
Yeah.
I'm along with it. I'm along with this one. Just like, NFL game day morning.
Yeah.
Oh, along with it. I along with it. And I got
Yeah.
a hashtag I'm on it too. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, all y'all were wrong.
Mm-hmm. So,
So they all they keep talking about is that Jimmy Johnson curse is lifted down in the Dallas.
oh my God.
I
That's a
think
thing.
the Packers. I think the Packers are going to beat them. The Packers are going to beat them tomorrow. Packers are going to beat them. Now, any Dallas fan can disagree with me. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, because that's your team. You can
Right.
disagree with me. But I
Right.
smell some upsets going on around here.
Man,
I smell some upsets going on around here.
if you want to see the internet go into a meltdown, let that happen tomorrow. Let that
Oh,
happen tomorrow. Boy,
people going to be on suicide watch.
boy, it's going to be bad because it's one thing to lose given the season that y'all had. It's one thing to lose at home. We all have some stinkers at home. It's cool. Even though y'all are undefeated at home, so you have no excuse there. That's one thing. But when you're losing to a bunch of 20-year-olds, guys that weren't alive, the last time that y'all have been to the
Super Bowl.
NFC championship game or the Super Bowl for that matter, yeah, that's a problem. You losing
Yes,
to a bunch of
absolutely.
babies is a problem. I'm not even gonna lie. If they lose to a bunch of babies tomorrow, the
Oh,
internet's
we
gonna
going to
go
be on
insane.
here ready for them. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna
It's
be
going to be
bad.
bad. It's going to be bad.
Yeah. And at that point, I gotta ask, like, this sounds hyperbolic, but you have to at least consider this. What do you do with Mike McCarthy? Again, do you keep him again? Do you look around for all these other head coaches that have been let go or
I
that
think
are
I got an answer for
available?
that. I got an answer for it.
Like, what do you do? What do you do if
I
you're
got an answer
Dallas?
for that. I got an
Okay,
answer for it. Here we go.
here you go. Yes. Like,
Here
at
we
that point, what
go.
do you do? What do you do? Because yet again, this is another Dallas Cowboys season that ended in an underwhelming fashion.
Yep.
And I mean, you experience that all the time with Jason Garrett. I mean, we got one more. I'm glad that we added a 17th game because if Jason Garrett was still coaching, he would still find a way to have the Cowboys end 8-8. I promise you. I promise you. They'll find a way to still end the season 8-8, even though there's 17 games. I don't know how it'll be done, but he'll find a way. That's just his thing. That's just the way it is. So Mike McCarthy, with his tenure so far, is hey, I'll get you to the playoffs. I may win a playoff game, I may not, but be patient. And my thing is with Jerry getting up there in age, he's starting to lose more and more patience. He done paid Dak the money. He then got rid of Mark Cooper, got rid of Zeke, got rid of, he's made all these adjustments. He's getting a little bit impatient now. So it's one of
I
those
want some
things.
stock for my return.
ROI, come on.
Yep.
ROI, let's go.
I
So
want some stock for my return.
So yeah, so if you're Dallas and you lose tomorrow, it's like, okay, Mike McCarthy, why should you stay? Why should you stay?
Absolutely.
Because last season it was cool because you lost to somebody that was playing in the NFC Championship game. Whatever. The year before, you lost off of a just straight up time management issues, which is also McCarthy. You now lose to a bunch of babies at home,
At
even
home.
though we've been undefeated at home all year, even though we've averaged 40 points at home all year, we decide to lose to them. Man, you gotta go.
But wait a minute. I'm gonna even touch on that even a little bit more. They
Sure.
should have lost at home to Detroit.
Oh boy,
But yeah.
they should have lost to Detroit. They should have lost to Seattle. Like there's been a lot of close ones in AT&T Stadium, but
Yep.
as long as those refs that's get that by the way, let me just say this: if I was getting paid handsomely by the richest owner in the NFL, I might have to swing a little few games myself. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's like you had some close ones already at home. So I mean, there's only but there's only so much you can play around with. But I know they're gonna get that's the thing with Dallas. Like you just kind of accept the fact that they're gonna get away with some calls.
Absolutely.
Um, when they play tomorrow, I just don't want it to be
A
so
blowout.
egregious. I don't
A
want it to be a
blowout.
blowout. I don't want it to be egregious to where we're talking about Detroit. I don't want that. I don't think that's good for the game. I think if anything, that will start exposing some stuff if that happens again and at Dallas. Because this will be yet another game where the other team could have won, but the refs, or but
Yep.
this call wasn't made, or but this decision wasn't made. So if we have to have that type of conversation again, I would raise the eyebrow and be like, all right, so what's going on? What's really going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Because if Vegas is getting involved, please let me know right now. Like,
Yep.
because they're the only team. This is the only team that we're having this conversation about. Everybody
Oh
else
yeah.
is like, okay, hey, it's 50-50. They can give you 30 plus points. They could also lose by 30. And it's cool. It's the NFL. It happens. You get one game a year, especially in the playoffs. It's win or go home.
Right.
But in Dallas, it's like we're at home. So I mean, we you better make sure that we win. That sort of thing. And if that conversation comes up again when this game is said and done, I think that's where it's going to be like, all right, man, thumbs up, thumbs up.
But we'll see. Well, we
Yeah,
will see.
yeah.
we we will see. Like I said, for those players that played in Kansas City, and even for the fans, I'm gonna give them all shout outs for braving that weather up there,
Woo,
because a lot of people,
boy.
even RG3, had posted on his page that game should have been
Postpone it.
canceled with
Yeah.
that brutal weather. I mean, you did it up in Buffalo, but the governor up there shut everything down. She said, "Nope,
Mm.
I, I'm closing the airports. I'm closing everything up here because it's too
Yeah.
dangerous. The whiteout conditions." And I get it. So, hey, I brave all them that braved through that cold weather. Whoo,
Mm.
man.
Man.
I give you all props. Congratulations, Kansas City. Congratulations, Houston Texans.
Yes,
Y'all put a
sir.
shellacking on both of them teams you played today. A shellacking.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was
it's win or
bad,
go
man.
home. They going to the next round. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I am. And we got what? The Cowboys and Packers first and the Rams and the Lions last. So,
Yes.
like I said, I picked the Packers and I picked the Lions. But we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see what
Packers
happens.
and Lions. Ooh, wow. NFC
Yep.
North, huh? Okay.
Yeah. They my picks. They my pick.
And it's gonna bother me, man. It's gonna bother me. I'll take
But
I'll take Dallas and give me Detroit. Give me Detroit.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we both
Yeah.
agreeing with Detroit. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm calling it upset. I'm calling upset with the Packers. I'm calling upset. So it
That's
is. It
fine. I,
is.
I wouldn't mind it. Oh, it would be great for me. It'll be you see this right here? You see this right here? This would be great over here. This would be great over here. Oh
And
yes.
all the Steelers fans happy the Browns lost anyway. So
Yes. So look, man, regardless of what we do, as long as there's an upset tomorrow, I promise you, I'm at peace. I'm
hey,
at peace.
listen, we
Yeah.
gonna see. We gonna see. Can't count them out. Can't count them out.
Yes.
I see that Eagles
Can't.
banner.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Dallas lose? I'm telling you right now. Boy, what?
listen,
Boy,
listen.
it's
If
going to pop it, man.
say why you want the Cowboys to win?
Look, man. I want them to lose. I just know
Hey,
how this works. I know how it works. And look, I hate to channel into my little Stephen A, but it looks like I'm going to have to do it anyways. They need to get to such a high that when they eventually fall, they will let you down, baby.
they
They
will let
will
you down.
let you down. They're an accident waiting to
Waiting to
happen.
happen.
They're an
Yep.
accident waiting to happen. And look, man, sometimes it takes for look, this is when it's gonna start getting good. Look, man, won a division, won a playoff game, we're gonna get the divisional round, we're gonna go against, a top tier team, and then boom,
Boom.
boom.
We're just gonna let you right down. We're gonna let
Yeah.
you right down.
Just let them down. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming. I just prefer it to be sooner rather than later. So that way, my personal enjoyment comes into play. But that's neither here nor there. That's fine. That's fine.
And Ronald
Um,
said, I hope we can get the Houston Texans offensive coordinator to be our head coach.
ooh,
Washington. Hey
nah.
man,
Be enemies
Jim Harbaugh.
there. Be enemies
Jim
there.
Harbaugh is drawing a lot of attention. But I'm telling you, Michigan probably gonna throw him some money and say, hey, we
Oh,
want you to stay here.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. He has
Yep.
more control in Michigan. That's what
He
everybody
sure
keeps
does.
forgetting. He got more control over there. But I mean, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yep.
You,
So I
you,
mean,
if you're in Washington, don't. Come on now.
no,
You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Let's not do
right.
this. Let's not do this right now. Come on. Stop it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But like I said, I enjoyed the games, but the
Yeah.
blowouts, whoo, the blowouts, nah. Come on now. We need interest in we need interest. Interesting. Make it interesting.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Definitely.
yeah. But oh well, hey, we're gonna be back on here tomorrow again and talk about those two games.
Yeah,
Like I
sir.
said, if we coming on here and I hear you cheesing, you say, how about the and I'm like,
You know
oh
it's coming.
yeah, they done went down.
You
The
know it's coming.
mighty Cowboys. But we'll see what happens. We'll see
Yeah,
what
sir.
happens. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We coming back at you tomorrow night after those games are over, and then Monday night when those games are over. We coming to you all 3 days because
Yeah, sir.
it's going to be down to 4 on each
Mm-hmm.
side. Then it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
down to 2 on each side, and then we're going to find out who going to Vegas.
Yeah,
We're
sir.
going to
I
find out
can't.
who going to Vegas.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's
I'm
go.
excited, dog.
I am too. I am too. I am ready. So Houston or Pittsburgh, we're gonna see one of you. Plain and simple. One of you we're gonna see.
Yeah.
And when you come to the bank, we're gonna rob you down there and send you packing. That's all.
Oh, you think that's how that's gonna end? No, thank you. Hashtag bounty gate at the bank. You thought you was slick. You thought you was slick.
We're gonna
You
rob
thought
you
you
at
was
the
slick,
bank. That's
huh?
what we're gonna
You
do.
thought you was slick,
Robbing
huh?
you at the bank. Yeah.
Hashtag bounty
Robbing.
gate at the bank.
Robbing.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
We taking the helmets, we taking the uniforms. Oh, here's the one thing I didn't touch on. Man, it was so cold up there that Mahomes got hit in his helmet and the helmet cracked.
Man.
That's
Yeah.
some brutal cold. I'm sorry.
Like, it don't get worse than that. I'm sorry.
No, that's that brutal cold. But hey,
Can't
we
do
will
it.
see you all tomorrow evening after those two games are over. Whoever team that you're rooting for tomorrow, root for them. Hey, if it's your team, root for them. If it's not your team, root for them anyway. How about that? I'll tell you just like this. I already told you my 2 picks and who I think's going to win. And if I come back on here and I'm 2 for 2, I'm like, that's going down to the wire. Going down to the wire, but we will see. We will see y'all all tomorrow evening. Enjoy those games tomorrow, even though we was robbed of one game. But hey, I don't blame them for safety and weather. But hey, I prefer 2 games a day. It's perfect with me. So
Absolutely.
see y'all all tomorrow. And Good luck to your team if they still in the playoffs.